we need to fail more. Did anyone else cringe when I said this? Well, stick around to find out why this is more true than we really want to admit. So failing more? This really just doesn't seem intuitive. If you're anything like me, you want to feel that energetic high of winning. You want to succeed. However, today, I want to take a look at what the path to success usually looks like and what it really takes to succeed. First though, have we seen that failure is a prerequisite for success? Well, maybe not an absolute necessity. However, it is a common thread that often is in many people's success stories. JK Rowling, she wrote the Harry Potter series and struggled for quite a while with the first book that she was writing in the series, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So JK Rowling went from being a divorced single mother and being unemployed and living off of unemployment checks to being one of the best-selling authors ever. She went through 12 different publishers that rejected her before she finally came to a publisher that was willing to publish her work. I absolutely love this quote that I found from her. Failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered to me. Just a beautiful, beautiful way to view the world, and a beautiful perspective to have as well. So my second example is of a scrappy young man who had a pretty interesting career in Naval Special Forces as a Navy SEAL. After getting out of the Navy though, he struggled quite a bit with substance use and with selling those illegal substances as well. This led to him being arrested and incarcerated for 3 years of his life. I know this story very well because this was me. This was my life. This was obviously a huge failure and something that I paid for dearly by being separated from my friends, my loved ones, and my freedom. So was this failure something that I immediately accepted and found the benefit in straight away? Hell no. This was something that was tremendously difficult and a very, very tough pill to swallow. And I had a tremendous amount of challenges and difficulties in my 3 years that I was incarcerated. However, there are 3 things that I learned from this experience that really positively impacted me and shaped my life for the better. These were things that I learned through failure that I may never have learned anywhere else. Number 1, discovery of my weaknesses. And not only that, but an understanding of them and how to better myself. For me, this was in my thinking. This weakness was in my values. And I needed time. I needed time away from it so that I could look at it objectively, look at what my thinking was, what my values were, and realize that I was not making informed and proper decisions that were intentional, where I was looking to do the next right thing. These weaknesses just don't have to be in your thinking or in your values. It could be in a skill that you haven't yet developed, or in how you see the world and maybe in your perspectives. But looking at these weaknesses and through your failures can really help to highlight them so that you are almost forced to make some much needed changes. The second thing I learned from my failure was gratitude. You don't truly appreciate what you have until you've lost it all. This statement became painfully obvious to me. I was really forced to refine and focus my vision sharply in order to find those things to be grateful for that were maybe small or things that I had overlooked before. This happened because most modern conveniences were gone for me. The music I like to listen to, the food I like to eat, the hours that I like to sleep, even silence, having any silence at all was gone. But this didn't mean that there weren't plenty of things to be grateful for. I just had to look a little deeper, a little closer. Having some food to eat, having books to read, having people to talk to. All of these things were still things that I had, still things that I could find joy in, still things I could be grateful for. But I had to look for these things through the things that I didn't have and through the thinking that I wish I had something else. I wish I had something different. I wish I had more. That had to be wiped away before I could see the things that I actually did have. Fortunately, when I was released from prison, I was able to keep this mentality. I was able to keep this attitude of gratitude, and it has served me so well. The third lesson I learned from my failure: resiliency, fortitude, and grit. I learned that I had the choice. I could choose how this experience would shape me. That I didn't have to be defined by my failure, but that I could take this experience and not just survive, but thrive in this difficult, very difficult environment. And all I had to do was to shift my perspective. And I think this, more than anything else, showed me that I could be resilient. Showed me that I was someone that could fortify myself with these difficult challenges. So if we look at our failures as opportunities for growth and understanding, then we allow these failures to be a catalyst for our success. So in sticking with my series of videos titled Daily Challenges, I want to challenge us all this week to think of something that we have maybe been thinking of for a while, that maybe we've been scared of starting, or something that we just were afraid to fail at, and just start it. See if you can shift your perspective on failure. See if you can let go of that identity of being a failure and just allow that failure to be that catalyst for your success. You might never find out these things unless you get out there and fail. That's my challenge to you for this week. Get out there and fail. So I'd love to hear from you all what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. I plan to release a new video every week that focuses on building more peace and more joy in our lives. I'd also love to hear from you guys in the comments section, maybe some of the failures that have shaped your life in the past. Thank you all so much as well for subscribing to my channel. Until next time, guys, take care and be well. Just reach out and touch that subscribe button wherever it might be.